Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Zach or Sake Bombs, and today we're gonna be taking a look at this new Two Blue Vortex, Boruto Ikemoto interview. It's May the 22nd, so it's brand new Ikemoto interview. Um, I try to look for an official source, can't find one. It's not on Manga Plus. It's not on Viz. It's not on Shonen Jump. But I was looking through the Boruto like community page on Twitter or X, and I did find a guy who he either translated it himself or he maybe pulled it from the Boruto Discord or the Naruto forums. I'm not sure, but people have credited it as legitimate. So we can go ahead and get started. I'm just I'm getting ready to this is cracking me up. I don't have like custom decals or anything yet. So I was wondering what I was gonna do as like a transitional thing. So I got a I got this Gantz picture here and I just put myself over him. I oi boy. They don't actually say that, but that's basically what they saying in the context of the scene is great. Y'all should read Gantz. But anyways, so here's my source. It's Howl on Twitter. I'm gonna have a link to his Twitter X in the description below. But I did get each of his. He didn't make a thread, which I guess makes sense if you're not a verified guy. Making a bunch of individual tweets is better for views. But anyways, he's a Boruto guy. He does he retweets colors. He does colorings himself. Um, Check him out. But we're gonna go ahead and get started just checking out this Akimoto interview and see if there's anything interesting. I did bookmark everything, but I didn't like look at anything. Um, so yeah. Q&A question: tell us why Boruto changed the way he called Sasuke. Okay, so the way he calls Sasuke, he used to call him in the manga either Uncle Sasuke or Mr. Sasuke. But since Two Blue Vortex started, he's been calling him just Sasuke or Master. Um, Answer: after he helped him escape Konoha, the Hidden Leaf, Boruto felt that Sasuke was really his master and that he was his pupil. He started to call him Shisho, or Master, the next day. Sasuke was reluctant at first, but he was indeed Boruto's master as he gradually accepted it. Um, Interesting. So it's just more of since Sasuke saw Boruto as Kawaki, and they didn't have the 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 friendship that they had garnered throughout Naruto Next Generations. It does make sense to why Boruto changed his mindset because like he can't. It's just gonna fuck with Sasuke's head, and you know, with Sasuke's mind all out of whack, it makes sense why he was reluctant at first, but eventually gave in. Question two: Ada and Damon have cosmic and space motif accessories on them. Why? I wanted them to stand out from usual Boruto and Naruto characters. And since they are two characters with extraordinary abilities, I thought a cosmic motif would suit their design. Mm, I think it's more than just that, but I do think him saying extraordinary abilities plays a part in it. The fact that they both have strands of that I can't Shibai's DNA, I think plays a part in it. Interesting question. I think it's a fair question. Question three: was the power Damon felt from Himawari actually Kuruma's? Okay, so that's a good question because is it granted Kuruma residing inside uh, Himawari itself is a power boost, but the Nine Tails itself is its own power boost versus what Himawari had herself. Answer: Damon actually felt the future synergy potential of Himawari, who is of Uzumaki and Hyuga bloodline, and Kuruma's chakra. Okay, so this is a great fucking answer. It wasn't Kuruma itself. It was the mix of all three: Naruto, Hinata, and Kuruma meshed into Himawari and her future self. That's pretty fucking awesome. Right. So that was two, three. Question four: what is written in the book Jura Always Reads? Interesting. So that's a fair question. Um, it's actually Jura's personal notebook. It contains various information, daily discoveries, and things that he's curious about. It's an important tool for him to keep track of the growing mass of info that he learns on a daily basis. Yeah, that makes sense. Anything that and we already know that Jura's goal right now, aside from killing Boruto because Boruto knows too much, is since he gained sentience, he wants to know and learn what the world has to offer before making a divine tree and just obliterating it. So that's interesting. Yep, that makes sense. That he would just write down the things that he actually cares about. So that's two, three, four. Question five. During his talk with Amato, Boruto sees a glimpse of the future. Is it related to Koji's ability, prescience? I'm not calling it 10 directions. That's not what it's called in the official translation. Um, it's one of Momoshiki's abilities. It allows him to see bits and fragments of the future. It may seem similar to Koji's ability in some ways, but unlike prescience, it's not a Shinjutsu and considered inferior in terms of performance. Well, that makes sense. Boruto has shown us glimpses of him using this ability in Naruto Next Generations right before what chapter was it? I think it was like 72 or 73, something like that, is when they were doing the Ada mission, and you could see Boruto having that little flash forward, and he saw like, hey, he's over here. That's not what friends do, and then that's like Kawaki with like the blood on him and his scythe. That was a really shitty future sight version of like the events of the swapped thing from Ada. So this being a more permanent thing because Boruto and Momoshiki have fused permanently at 80% is interesting. Knowing it's so crazy knowing that, I mean, on top of, karma, and when karma is activated in stage 2, I believe, is when, he gains the knowledge of all of Momoshiki's prior battle experience. But the fact that he's also intaking that future sight is like more than just like that little snippet for plot reasons. Like it's like a real thing is really cool. And I also like that it doesn't compare to Kashin Koji's ability because Kashin Koji having the Shibai prescience ability itself is impressive. Awesome. Next question. Where and how does Himawari live after Naruto Next Generations? At her own request, she lives alone in her family's home. She feels that they will somehow return and wants to protect their home until they return. Bitch ass Kawaki, dog. I feel like part of it is because, oh my god, that's so. I can't believe that's been there this whole time. I'm not even streaming. Apologies. I think part of it is maybe he feels a level of guilt and essentially destroying that home, but knowing that, like, in Kawaki's mindset, he's doing what needs to be done. It sucks that Himawari's taking the brunt of it, but she'll learn. And if staying away from her helps her cope in whatever way it is, great. Um, I can't stand him. Even at the beginning of Two Blue Vortex, when she was just like, I think she called him like Oni-chan or Big Brother or Big Brother Kawaki. Or I don't. It was of that phrasing, and Kawaki was like, "Fuck off! Don't call me that." It's like, bro, you're not even playing the secret well. What the fuck is wrong with you, son? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So frustrating. All right, question 7. What's Kawaki's favorite taiyaki flavor? Yo, what is with Japan and asking these retarded ass questions all the time, dog? They do this shit all the, they do this in One Piece. I can't stand it. We want real legitimate questions, not this bull, man. He liked the chocolate taiyaki the best, but it didn't take him long to settle down with the bean paste flavor. This is stupid, dog. Yo, get these. They should have been filtered. I'm sick of that. Last question. How do. Wow, that just had me so tight. I can't, man. Last question. How do Shinjus get personalities? For example, Ryu's personality is nothing like Shinki. Answer. Everyone has two faces, the one they show to the public and the one you keep for yourself. Something very useful to the real society. Since Shinjus had been born not too long ago, they don't have this notion. They are thus primitive and true to their instincts. Even if they give a different vibe from their original selves, this may be a hint to the original's true personality. This is really clever. Hidari is quiet and inquisitive, just like Sasuke. Matsuri is very open with her feelings, not guarded, expressive compared to Moegi. Ryu is very by the book and kind of funny, but uh, uh, Shinky is very like stern to the point. I can't remember what Bug's clone was called, but Bug is very he's like a coward. I don't know what other word to use, but he's not the one to show any type of aggression. And Bug's Shinju form is very aggressive, in your face, intimidating, and we know this because he somehow, maybe with his ability, looked and saw Ada watching him in real time and like approached her. Bug would never do that to Ada? That's a good question. These were mostly good questions. I can't stand that Kawaki Taiyaki question. That just really irritated the shit out of me. Um, okay, it's been a while since Ikemoto did a public interview. I believe his last one was when he was in France at the like Boruto Naruto thing they did there. I don't remember what happened during that Q&A because it was like a stage one. It wasn't like in a magazine, so people had to be there and then translate it. I'm sure it's somewhere. Um, Thanks again, Howell, for bringing this. I could definitely tell reading this, it almost feels like it was AI translated or translated by someone that doesn't have English as their first language. Um, but regardless, thank you, whoever did this, whether it was Howell. Uh, but, you know, then again, thank you for bringing this to my attention. The link will be in the description if you want to look at the tweets yourself, look at the replies, um, follow him or her, whoever. Um, yeah, I don't have a set um, goal on what I'm going to be doing in the future, but Boruto for sure is a permanent thing. Stick around. Any type of Boruto information, you go ahead and just follow me. I'm going to have all that information there. And thanks, guys. Have a good one.